Hi, my name is Shar Huskins, and I'm a website and graphic designer. I've been in business for almost 30 years, and I've been using Canva for about the last 8 years. I get asked all the time for help with Canva, and so I recently created a Canva masterclass for makers and creatives who'd like to learn how to use Canva better for their business. In preparation for that, I realized there probably are some people who are going to be afraid of jumping right into the masterclass without knowing a little bit more about Canva. So that's what this video is about. Some of the basics of Canva that you might need to know before jumping into a masterclass or just to get started with Canva. Okay, so we're going to talk about a few things that you're going to find in Canva when you first get your account. First of all, what is Canva? Well, it's a web-based, browser-based graphics design program found at canva.com. They also have a Canva app, but for the most part, I tend to just go to canva.com. So if you go to canva.com, sign up for an account, and log in, you're going to find an overwhelming dashboard. And the whole purpose of this video is to show you that it's pretty overwhelming and it's okay. We're going to figure some stuff out together. So first of all, when you first go to the dashboard of Canva, I'm going to go home to the home screen. It says, what will you design today? And we're going to click over here on the purple button up in the upper left-hand corner that says create. It's going to pop up a box for us and give us all the options of things that we might want to create today. Presentation, social media, we can edit some photos, build a video, make something for print, create a card or documents, even Google Sheets. So for today, we're just going to click on Instagram Reel and we're going to talk about a few things that might go into making an Instagram Reel. And while I'm doing that, you'll see some of the tools that you might need to know about in Canva when you're working with me in the masterclass or working on your own. So clicking on Instagram Reel and it's going to pop up a blank canvas that we can then use to build our Instagram Reel. The first thing that Canva also does is it gives you a whole variety of templates. It's going to show me my most recently used. And then it's going to show me all kinds of recent ideas for reels. So you can do a search for what you might want to do for a Christmas reel. So we're going to do Christmas sale. There are a lot of options for Christmas reels on Canva. So right away it popped up several different options, obviously, and you can just scroll and see all the different kinds. I'm going to click on this one right here just because it looks like a fun one, and it's going to automatically pop over into our blank canvas. Now I'm going to show you some of the tools that come with Canva once you have something started. And I always recommend playing with the templates when you're first getting started because it's going to have, for the most part, all of the pieces that you need, like a background and some text and maybe some animation. This one has quite a bit of fun stuff. So we're going to just take a look at what all it has. First of all, it's got a background. Let me actually show you how many things that it has. If you can see all of these pieces over here, like a background and some, I think it's like snowy gold snow and the words Christmas sale, up to 50% off. All of those are individual layers. And that's what they're called in Canva and in most graphic design programs. They're called layers. So you're going to have, whenever you're building something in Canva, you're going to be building layer upon layer upon layer. And that we'll talk about that quite a bit more as we go through here. And then also in the masterclass that I'm offering. So first of all, we've got a background and then we've got some pieces. We've got this falling snow that looks sort of glittery. We've got the words Christmas sale. We've got up to 50% off. We've got this white border that's kind of animated and going around and around. So and here's some snowflakes popping up. So there's a lot of really fun things going on. Let me show you kind of how all of this stuff got added. Over here on the left-hand side, we saw templates already, which is where we got this whole thing. The next button below that is elements. Elements is going to be all of the kinds of things that you can add to a design, like the snowflakes or the glitter that's falling. And you can get there are all kinds of categories, like that they have audio, video, photos, but photos is typically where we start when we're doing a template, we're building photos or graphics. There's a whole lot more of information here that we get into in a deeper class, but just recognize that there's all kinds of possibilities for how you can add to a blank canvas under the elements. And I love that there's options like photos and graphics. So if I'm designing something for someone that they want something real, that looks real and not graphics based, then I can come and look and see what might come up in terms of photos. If you have a pro account, you're going to have a lot more options than just the free account. Okay, and the next, besides below elements, is text. Obviously, there's text already over here. Whoever designed this clicked on the text button and added a text box. As soon as you do that, then the text box jumps over onto your screen and you can type your text. You can do all kinds of things with it. And we'll come back to that in just a little bit. I'll tell you a little bit about the tools across the top here for all of these things. So text, the brand button shows you about your brand kit. If you have a business, you can upload your logo and your design, your colors, and you can have all of that so that when you're building designs on Canva, you have something to refer to make sure that you're staying consistent. Uploads is where you would upload a photo or video if you're going to work on in Canva. Tools, there are some basic, just basic design tools that are available, like drawing and shapes, lines. There's specialty text, signatures, tables. Those are just some of the tools that are available. I don't tend to use those a whole lot, but they are there, and they do come in handy when I might need them. And projects is where you're going to organize what you're working on in Canva, so you can build folders and put projects in different categories. If you're going to do social media, if you're going to do things that you want printed, you can create your projects, folder projects within that to stay organized. And I promise you're going to want to do that because it's very easy for it to get out of hand once you start playing on Canva. And apps is that's a fun one because they continue to add applications that we can use to do all kinds of things. Pretty much, if you can think of it, it's probably a Canva app. So those are the basic left-hand toolbar tools. Over here, we're going to look across the top now at the top toolbar, and so we're going to look at some of the options here. This is a reel, so there's got a little bit of video editing options. If I highlight the whole thing, it's going to give me the options to edit the time and how long it's going to last and whatnot. But we're going to click on text, and it's going to show. I'm going to show you. You can change the font of your text. You can change the size. You can change the color. You can do the formatting. You can do bulleted lists. You can change the spacing of your letters if you want to spread it out. You can make something transparent so it blends into the background. If you want to click effects, that's going to give you some options for additional options for your font or your text. So you can put an outline around something, you can put a background behind it, all kinds of things. And animate is going to allow you to create more. And see, if I just scrolled over typewriter, now it's typing the text for us. That makes a fun option when you're making a reel. And the position just means where on the canvas is it? Is it at the very front? Is it in the very back? Is it up top? Is it down below, near the bottom? And that's what position is. And that helps you kind of keep things cohesive and looking good from a design perspective. I think I talked about layers. Layers is when you're building something, you can always click on the layers tab and you can see all the different things that are on your canvas. The great thing about this is if you need to move something, besides doing the right click and clicking over here and saying move it to the back, you can always also just grab and drop. So if I wanted to move this behind some stuff, which it didn't really move behind because there's not a whole bunch, I could move it down here to the bottom, and now you can see the snow is over the top of it. So you can grab different things and move them where you want them. And that's just when you start building layer upon layer, sometimes you just need to move layers in front of or behind something else. So that's kind of the basic overview of the tools that are available. Within the Pro version, there's also a tool called Resize, and this is something we're going to use in the masterclass that I'm doing, and it's something that you will probably use a lot of once you start with Canva. You can design something, and then you realize, I might need that actually. If you design a reel for Instagram, you might think, well, I need that for a Facebook post. And a Facebook post is going to be sized completely differently than an Instagram reel. Well, you can go up to the Resize tool and enter the pixels of what you want it to be changed to, and I'll just show you what will happen. Let's just do that. It actually gives me the options. I don't even have to type in. I don't even have to know off the top of my head the custom sizes, although I do offer a cheat sheet in the masterclass. But you can click on social media and just go to, let's let's go to Facebook event cover just for the fun of it and click resize, and it's going to resize everything. And then it's going to offer you the option to open it. Basically what we did was copy and resize. So that looks totally, totally different. And it might be a little bit intimidating to go, what now? But the great thing is you have all of your pieces on this new canvas. So you can just start moving things around so that they fit. I gotta grab it. They fit the way that your reel did. And the great thing about it is then you have coordinating graphics that go together. And to show how to redesign all this would take a lot of time, and that's what the masterclass is going to be about. So I'm not going to go into more of that. You can also, let me just click up here and show you, there is an undo button. So you never have to be afraid of, oh no, now what do I do? I did something I don't want to do. You can hit undo and undo and undo and undo. There are times when I hit undo all the way back to where it doesn't show up anymore. So just so you know. Let's see what else. In terms of other tools, you have a preview button where if you've built a reel or a video, you can click preview and it's going to show you, just show you the whole video. And then like when you're ready, obviously this is not ready to go anywhere, but if it were ready to go on Facebook, we could click on the share button and then it's going to give us options for downloading, printing it, sending it as a template to someone. It does have integrated options for Facebook and Instagram. I don't use any of those. I like to have a little bit more control when I'm putting my social media up. So I just tend to hit download, and then it's going to give you the option of how you want it downloaded. In this case, it's a video, so it's going to tell you right away, download it as a video. You hit download, and it's going to download to your computer, and then you can take it from there and put it where you want to put it. That is a really fast talking overview of Canva. And I hope that it gives you a little bit of excitement to just go, I really want to learn a little bit more. If you're interested in joining my masterclass, I will put the link in the description, or you can go to charhuskins.com and send me a note. Go find me on social media, and we can get you the link so that you can get signed up to join the masterclass. It's July. It's going to be in my Zoom classroom, and you'll get a link and a resource guide before the masterclass starts. So you'll be ready to go. Make sure that you have a Canva account. I would highly recommend having the Pro. There will be things like the resize that you will not be able to do if you have the free account. I will do a little bit of teaching and coaching how to do the resizing without the resize button, but it's just a tool that there are a lot of tools that you're going to want and wish that you had if you don't have the Pro account. It's not very expensive. I think maybe $15 a month. So I would recommend, as a business owner or just somebody that wants to get into designing things, it's worth the investment. So if you're interested in joining the masterclass, I hope you'll check the link or reach out to me, and I'll hope to see you there. Have a great day.